and I got to hit that button too. All this computer stuff, tell you.
I know. How are you?
I'm good, Allie. It's good to see you after all this time. You know, it used to be so easy. We walk into a junket room and they go, okay. And
Exactly.
now we're
And
all
we're
technicians.
old enough to have watched the business change again and again and again. And, there's two sides of it. I definitely love, what I miss about the press junket is just being around all like my hair and makeup people, my team that
Yeah.
I love to see. And then the other actors, you're all together and you're kind of reunited again. And now everyone's just like more isolated, in their homes and pulled away from the community of it all. So
And
I miss
there's no Four Seasons apple smoked bacon.
totally.
Happened to that. Congratulations on the last victim. I would imagine, my first question is, working with Ron Perlman has got to be a dream come true.
He's incredible. I mean, him and Ralph Ineson are just, these are like the best character actors. Both of them bring like they have these incredible voices. Ron walks onto set and he's like a renegade cowboy. He comes into the makeup trailer, charming everyone's pants. And he's just so sweet and wonderful. So he was great. And also just kind of to watch him do what he does. He chews on a scene and spits it out.
Yeah,
So
well,
that was fun. And Ralph, who I think has like one of the most incredible voices I've ever heard, and the way that he can kind of tell a story and do a monologue, it just kind of like entrances you. So to work with him was so great. And he's just, a total gentleman on and off camera. And it was just great to have them in the film. I think that especially with this movie, the cast really came together and brought this story to life.
and you're no slouch either. I mean, when it comes to characters and understanding that, do you have a process you go through uh, for Suzanne that you did?
Yeah. So, when I think about a character, I usually find the things that are like I connect with first, and then you kind of peel back the layers of the onion. And one of the things with her, she's very type A, she's very controlled. And that's something that I understand. I'd love to be able to control my environment, but the reality is that there's no such thing. And so, what interested to me is like watching this character be plucked, into this wilderness that she, is totally uncomfortable in and have to dig deep within herself and find a way to survive. So in a place where there's no control. And so that to me was something that I connected with. Now, the other thing is like, I'm a mother. She is not a mother. So for her, it was even her relationship with her husband, I think had an even deeper connection, that she was looking to him as kind of unfolding this next chapter of her life, leaving New York and trying to, get off the Klonopin, the antidepressants, all that, and really, see if maybe this would be a new chapter for them. So when she is forced to go through the situation and she watches her husband killed and she's being hunted by these men, and then you watch her as a woman in fear turn into a warrior and someone who is absolutely not going to sit down and let them take her. And so I think really the turning point in the scene is when in the movie is when you see them lighting her husband on fire and taking the ring off. And then you see this like carnal, violence come out in her and what she's capable of. So I think that question of, the questioning your own morality and what you will do in means of survival.
Yeah, I think that's a great question in the film is how far do you go to survive? And this is such a beautifully shot neo-Western.
Too.
The locations are a character.
True. So we shot it in Kelowna, Canada, which is absolutely gorgeous. And it's kind of a high desert. It was green and beautiful on the lakes, but then you also have, it started to snow while we were filming up there too. And they were able, it worked for New Mexico and in that world, the way they were able to shoot it. But I think that's what I love about this too, is the neo-Western, and it's the richness of the colors, and the draw. And then you see, it's like coming over the mountain and, kind of, there's these beautiful, landscape and long shots that really give you a moment to kind of chew on this. And then you have these moments of like intense action. And then you have like these kind of seductive moments, when she kind of hits the lighter and sets them on fire, and kind of, a little bit of fun in there too. It's not too serious.
Now, are you going to direct at any point soon?
I'm not going to direct and I'm never going to write, but I'm definitely going to produce. For me, I got the IP for a book before and I sold it to Fox, and, we didn't end up getting that down the line, but it kind of started my journey into this world. And, I just got the IP for another book that I am just cannot wait to bring to life. So yeah, I think for me, it's producing, it's finding the material about, strong women, incredible storytelling, stories that I think are relevant and powerful. And then finding a way, like through my passion and energy, to get them to life, because that is 99% of the hurdle in our business.
Does music play a role in your preparation for any character?
Sometimes, I mean, I actually wish I was better with music. I wish I had someone making the playlist for me every single day. I end up going back to like the Allman Brothers, Crosby, Stills and Nash, or like Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald. And now I'm into Bahamas. So it's like, it kind of spans it all. But there are times with certain movies that music has really made a difference. There was nothing specific I was listening to on this. I mean, this movie was really more about, staying in the rawness of it all and using the elements and staying true to the situation that she was forced into, and how I was going to work through that and reveal that.
And it was a beautiful reveal. I mean, as an actress, I don't think these parts come around all that often.
Right. Well, that's what's interesting. It's like you're flooded with work in your 20s. You get some good work in your 30s, and you get like two in your 40s, and there's just less opportunities where you see it. And I always feel so lucky because honestly, for me, I've gotten to play such kick-ass, strong female characters. I'm very rarely like the wife, the waitress, like the sidekick. I usually take probably more of the role that you would think would be written for a man. And that's something that I love. And I love that I also, I've been in, the biggest female action franchise in the world, with Resident Evil. And so there's things with that I love that I hope I get to keep doing. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I think athleticism, in the roles that you take is, I know that you take some roles just because of that.
I love it. I love being able to make any of my characters actionable, meaning like I love the physicality of it. I love learning the stunts. It's kind of like ballet. It's like a dance you're learning when you're going to the choreography of it and you're learning the stunts. And there's just something, I don't know, I love being able to do it and having that kind of dance with the other actor and the work and preparation that goes into that.
When you're not being America's, best movie actress, what are you kind of doing to relax? Do you cook? Do you go
I do.
bike?
I published a cookbook years ago called Kitchen Revelry. And this year I've been getting ready to launch my own wine called Forever Gold. So it's a small lot Bordeaux blend and a Central Coast Chardonnay. So get ready for that in September. And then I'm producing this show that I'm so excited about. So it's like working with the writers and really digging into the meat of that. And then I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I'm a mama. So I've got Teddy and Vivian, and, I'm still married. And, it's like that whole life where it's a really fun age for me with my children. They're 7 and 11. And, it's kind of like a juicy, special moment in our life. So I feel really grateful and happy right now.
Well, and I'm glad that you're doing things to fulfill yourself in your life as well, because, you're not a one-trick pony. Your interests are in so many things.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. And I think that that's actually the key to it in this business too. It's like with all the other things you have going, then you can really enjoy and savor these moments when you're on set. Because the rest of the time you feel like you're like pushing the boulder up the hill all the time. Can I get it made?
Like Sisyphus. Yeah. In our final moments that we have together, I just want to let you know that it's been such a long time since I've had a chance to just sit and get your energy and feel this. And I miss you.
Oh, you are so sweet. And it's so nice that you took the time to talk to me and get this film out there. And I'm grateful that you liked The Last Victim and you watched it, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ali Larter, it's been too long. So thank you so much for your time today, and the best to you and your family.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.